The Rocky Horror Picture Show debuted 50 years ago alongside a lot of other raunchy musicals, so why is it the one that stood the test of time? I'm Will from the Theater Lovers, I'm a theater content creator and historian, and I have a better theater library than most colleges. This is the Theater Lore. The Rocky Horror Show and its subsequent picture adaptation are a part of a larger art movement that happened in the 1970s. Starting with Hair and going on to musicals like Oh Calcutta and Let My People Come, the theater community thrust itself into conversations about the ongoing sexual revolution, with musicals involving nudity and adult themes. With theater's long-held position as accepting of non-traditional lifestyles, it became one of the first mainstream art forms to represent the LGBTQ+ community positively and honestly. Now, Rocky Horror is the most widely known of these musicals because, like the similar but much tamer Grease, it also got a movie. And that movie became a cultural touchstone, with an emphasis on cult. The theaters and movie houses where it was shown became a safe space for queer people. Now, watching any film, the audience is naturally removed from the characters. But when they can actively engage with it, it makes the film's celebration of sexuality and hedonism into a visceral experience. The performance of a theatrical character became an outlet for the performance of one's personal identity. There's the guy from the movie, Frank-N-Furter. Dr. Frank-N-Furter. I don't want to disregard his doctorate. Much is said about the chaos of those midnight screenings, but the point being, it was liberating for queer communities. It was about the community that this film cultivated. Later musicals turned movies like Hedwig and the Angry Inch carried the torch of rock and roll gender nonconformity. It's worth noting that the Rocky Horror Show is a parody of mid-century science fiction B-movies, and many of those films queer-coded their evil characters, vilifying their attributes and equating queerness with evilness. Even though Rocky Horror does adhere to some of those tropes, it ultimately is a celebration of sexual freedom, androgyny, and hedonism. It's a little murkier today. With so many current and proposed laws criminalizing the existence of trans bodies, we're not sure how a live performance of Rocky Horror would go over if it debuted for the first time today. Would it be seen as a liberating embrace of queerness amidst political persecution? Or would the harm done to queer characters feel too prescient? There's a Broadway revival of the Rocky Horror Show announced for spring 2026 through Roundabout Theater Company. We're really excited to see how this production hits the cultural moment when it opens.